Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom, and I bring you some fantastic news here pertaining to the GALA price set, because the charts that I have today, you're gonna see them for yourselves. They look just bullish. I don't know if I can use any other word other than bullish, but you're gonna see it for yourself. I don't want to run my mouth too much. I want to go straight to the point and show you what's what right there. But before we start, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It just tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is important and it will be shown to as many people as possible. If you're also new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do TA on GALA and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Let's just jump right into it. Now, what you see here is that we're coming out of a massive support. I was talking about this in my last update on GALA, and now we actually have had another bullish pattern, which is typically a reversal pattern. Here you can see this, inverse head and shoulders pattern, where you can see that you've got, of course, the shoulder here, then the head, and then of course you also have got another shoulder right there in the making. This is complete at this point, and what we are now looking forward to is the next big price target. Now, let me just tell you that these immediate short-term price targets may not be important, because what's actually much more important is to realize how far we have actually come with this, GALA price chart. So what you see here is that ever since 2021, you have been accumulating here, work of accumulating. That is, this is a schematic of a work of accumulation pattern right there. I would say here for GALA, we're just coming out of a spring, which is usually like the lowest point during the work of accumulation pattern, right? So we're looking for the price to start pushing. Also, I want you to notice how this inverse head and shoulders pattern is played out here. Then coming back to the GALA price set, that's exactly the same thing that we are seeing here. So this is textbook formations, and this obviously gets me excited. Now, of course, we're not just talking about those things. We literally want to be putting our money where exactly our mouth is. And in our trading group, I think 2 weeks ago, we're opening a long position on GALA because we believe this thing was going to be pumping. So today, as we are speaking, we're up almost 200%. I would say that the best is yet to come, and we're going to be seeing that real fast. By the way, if you want to be joining me on those next trades that we're going to be taking, we actually have got new ones open today. Feel free to check the link that is going to be in the description. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. But that's just one thing here, which is bullish, right? So we have seen the reversal pattern here, inverse head and shoulders pattern. On top of that, during the work of accumulation pattern, pinpointing that spring moment right there. So the next natural thing that you can expect the price to do is obviously to go ahead and test the top of the range. Now, this is actually getting much more exciting, because from where the price is sitting at this point, you're looking at a 260 something percent to reach that top of the range. But I would actually go ahead and say that even at that point, this whole thing is just beginning. So I'm getting, way ahead of myself at this point, but I'll show you just why I'm thinking about this, and even thinking about long term, not only localizing the price where it is at this point, because something big has actually happened and something has changed in this market, and that is something that you can't ignore. Now, I'm talking about this guy here, which is called Bitcoin dominance. Now, what you realize here is that the Bitcoin dominance has been dropping since yesterday. So we have had 2 consecutive days of dropping. The good thing here is that we have broken structure. So this thing is going to fall very much fast, because that's actually what happens with structures like these ones. It's a falling wedge. They almost go down in like a straight line. So this is going to be a very short space of time, which is an advantage if you're talking in the context of GALA, because it also means that that's how fast GALA can start pumping and really make our dreams come true. So what I'm also taking a look at, obviously, is to say, okay, I'm saying, yeah, the dominance falling has got an effect on the GALA price, but does the data actually go ahead and say the same thing right there? So on top of that Bitcoin dominance, I've added like the GALA price, and you can see, obviously, the last time that we had such a drop in terms of the Bitcoin dominance, here we saw GALA flying towards the upside. This was between November and December last year. If you come back to the price action here of GALA, I think you can see it very much clearly. This was this moment in here when the GALA price that was able to rise about 300 something, 350%. So we are right there in that moment. So the only thing that we want to see is that Bitcoin dominance falling off a little bit much more, and we are going to be good. Now, we can go as far back as even the biggest run that GALA was having, and this was right here in 2021. Take a look at this. The Bitcoin dominance falls off very much drastically here. Take a look at how flourishing GALA gets in this period. So this is the thing that we want to see here, but man, we're not yet done actually. Now, if you take a look at the GALA versus BTC price, you can see a very common structure that we have seen time and again, and usually, more likely than not, this thing pumps very much strongly. I'm going to be talking about this in the next video, but let me also show you another fantastic campaign that our partners over there at LBank are doing. This is one of the best campaigns that I've actually seen, because what they are doing is that if you're a new user and you happen to use their exchange, your deposits, they're going to be rewarded, meaning that, for example, if you go ahead and deposit in like $800, you're going to be getting like 350 USDT that you can trade, and that's fantastic, obviously, because it means that you can make money off of that, and it's basically a free airdrop, right? Which is like 50% of what you deposit, and I like it. $1,000 gets you to something like $450. That's pretty much cool. So go ahead and take a look at the rules right here. They are written. The link is going to be somewhere there in the description. One other thing that is important is that, of course, once you get your reward, you have to use it within 7 days, because if you don't do that, it's going to expire. So this is a fantastic one. I mean, free money all over the place, and it's actually a good moment to use that because the market is green at this point. So go ahead and take a look at that. I think it's something that should not be missed. Now, of course, at this point, what I've just done is to take a look at price that gets going as high as like the top of the range, right, which is at 260% already. That's exciting. But as I said, I don't think the GALA price that will be done here. I think we can push even way higher. So I'm going to be talking about that in the next few videos. I almost forgot this, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, that if you're looking for a trading group which actually is successful and profitable, you can feel free to join ours. We are doing that over Discord, but if you want to be joining that, you have to join via Patreon. The link is also somewhere there in the description. These are some of the trades that we have taken, like Tailcoin 400%, Supra 300. I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't want to get into bragging and stuff like that, but these are some of the results that we have gotten. As I mentioned, we also have got new trades like Tron. We also have got Supra. We also have got, what else was that, IGO, and a whole bunch of. Go ahead and take a look at them if you're interested. And then, of course, we also are holding a GALA trade, which was taken like 3 weeks ago, I would say. So that is great. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family. I will see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.